Coach Rule talks a lot about just like the best teams are player-led. How have you seen that? I know last year was different for you, obviously, but how have you seen that dynamic change from even a year ago, maybe, and grow?
Honestly, I just feel that the coaches do a great job of allowing us to discipline ourselves within like the program. Like the coach can only dictate so much as far as like what the players do like on the field, and like the coaches aren't always with us when we're around and just hanging out and stuff like that. So it's really up to us as like players to more so take over and hold ourselves accountable and hold ourselves to the standard that we want to be at and we know we need to be at to do what we want to do this season. So I would just say the coaches do a great job with letting us be us and letting us really just make our own standard and set the standard for the younger guys that are in the program now.
How important is that leadership, especially given what you guys as a position group have dealt with, losing your position coach, got a new guy coming in? How much have the players, especially veteran guys like yourself, taken onus to make sure that there's no drop-off during this transition?
Honestly, we're just ready to, keep our heads down and keep working. I felt like it was just a minor hiccup in what we had going on. Nobody was really like devastated or anything like that. We did a great job of just making sure everybody knew like, hey, this is happening. It is what it is. We got to work still. So just letting the standard be known and letting the standard be the only thing that we do throughout like anything. Like we have to stay focused on where we want to be as a team and like how we want to play this year at the end of the day.
What were your first impressions of Coach Butler when you met him, and I guess since then as you've gotten to know him a little bit better probably?
Coach Butler's a great guy. I love Coach Butler so far. It's only been maybe a few weeks since we've known each other, but just hearing like his insight and seeing him just take how he always is taking notes and he's always just focused on football. It's really reassuring knowing that we have a guy, his resume speaks for itself at the end of the day, and he's come not just relying on his resume. It seems he's really interested and he's taking an interest into like what we have going on and who we are as players, and the relationship will come over these next few weeks for sure.
Yeah, when you were catching wind of him maybe being the guy and you're thinking like, okay, yeah, we're Bills and like I and guys like that,
Yeah.
that had to kind of get going a bit.
Nah, it gets you excited because everybody on our team I feel like wants to play at that next level. So just us having someone that has been there and they know what it takes to be like a great player on the NFL level. It's just exciting to have that person be, especially for me, my number one coach at the end of the day. So I'm excited to work with Coach Butler.
What's it like having the coaches in the dorms with you guys for the start of training camp?
I love it. You might just be walking around, going to take a shower, walking to the bathroom, and suddenly you see one of the coaches doing the same thing, and it's great knowing that they're not just expecting us to take 10 days away from our lives and stand where we're comfortable at, and they're doing the same thing. It's great knowing that it's like always one team and always one brotherhood with us and the coaches. They do a lot of everything that we always do as far as like even conditioning. Like if we're running stadiums, they'll run the stadiums too if they're out there. So it's always great knowing that they'll make the sacrifices that they want us to make as well.
My understanding is there was some pranks that went on last year.
Oh yeah, it was a whole lot of pranks. Guys messing up each other's rooms and stuff like that. I try to stay in the middle of everything so I don't get pranked at the end of the day. So
Not worried about coaches retaliation or anything?
Nah, the coaches they're pretty funny, a lot of the times, but I don't think they would really want to go at a prank war with the rest of the team. It's just a lot of us. So you don't really know who's coming at you and who's on your side. So.
Where do you expect to be working this fall as far as position-wise?
Honestly, wherever I'm needed. I feel like I can play hopefully anywhere on the field, like in my eyes. But wherever the team needs me at the end of the day, I'm not really worried about where I'm going to play or reps or anything like that. I'm just trying to take it one day at a time, you know. I didn't get this opportunity last year to, you know, come into the fall or have the summer workouts or anything like that. So I'm just trying to, like, take it all in right now and worry about playing my best football every day for the team.
Do you think it might be a factor of the cornerback?
That would be fun, but, you know, at the end of the day, I'm not sure. The coaches have the last say. I play anywhere for Coach White and Coach Butler and Coach Rose, so wherever they want me at, wherever they see me fit at, that's where I'll go.
We talked about this in the spring a little bit, but just what has it been like now that you've had several months with your brother here?
It's fun, you know. I feel like nobody's harder on my brother than I am, and you know, at the end of the day, I feel like that's how it has to be. If he gets in trouble for anything or something minor or anything, I'm the first person to know. It's like I'm his head disciplinary, and it's great knowing that, you know, he still knows that I care about him, and he still knows that I want the best for him at the end of the day. But just him being here and seeing him grow every day as not only a person but as a player, and seeing the lengths he's gone since he's gotten here in the winter to just now in the summer before we start fall camp is happy to see.
What's the competition level been like between the secondary and the wide receivers this summer? I mean, a lot of young talent. It's very raw. What's that been like for you?
Fun. You know, it's always fun going against those guys. They're so talented. They play really hard, and you know, it's never a light day when we're going against our receiver group, to say the least. You know, like, those guys are really athletic. They're big, fast, strong. Everything you know you want in receivers. So honestly, I'm just excited to be able to have them to compete against in the fall, knowing that it's just going to make us all that much better at the end of the season, at the beginning of the season.
How much has it been stressed that maybe Tony White set the tone right away? Like last year, everybody's kind of patting on the back for being a top 10 defense last season, and it's like, oh, it's going to happen again. But has that tone been set? Like, you got to work to be that or even better again, you know?
Coach White emphasizes that this is a whole new group, a whole new defense. What last year defense did doesn't dictate us. Like, it's up to us to set the standards that, you know, we want to set for a defense, and, you know, the style of play that we want to have for our defense. So we don't really think about, like, any of the, like, statistics or past stats or anything like that, because at the end of the day, it wasn't us on the field that did that. You know, like, the same 11 guys that were on that field aren't going to be on this field. So, you know, we're just focused on being the best that we can be right now, and trying to grab all the young guys to get them ready for this long season that we're heading into.
Amir was just sitting there before you. He obviously has gone through tough injuries. You have. What's it take to really get through that? It must be hard the first few months. And what's the circle like in the program to help guys get through? Like Demetrius right now is going through it, I'm sure.
The support and the guidance and everything that they give us here is like top of the line, top notch. Like, from the training staff to the weight room staff to the coaching staff, everything is well communicated what the player needs, and everything is like, they don't make you feel like you're not a part of the team anymore. You know, a lot of guys get hurt, and it's easy to get in your head and veer off from the team and go, like, do your own stuff because you're not always with the team. But I feel like this staff does a great job of making sure that everything is kept very tight-knit, and everyone feels like they're still a part of the family at the end of the day, regardless of your status of injury or anything like that.
As a follow-up to that, Deshaun, by all accounts healthy. Just what's it been like having him back?
Yeah, I love playing with Deshaun. You know, since he's gotten here to Nebraska, I've loved playing with Deshaun. But, you know, seeing him healthy, getting him back healthy and back in the flow of things is great to see, because he's one of those guys that, you know, they're really grateful for the game. And, you know, you never like to see the game get taken away from people like that who play with such a high passion for the game, and they just seem to do everything right. You know, you just want to see it go right for them. So,
Coach Rule said some of the older guys, they'd sit out in the spring and kind of get that coach's perspective. Did you get a little bit of that as an injured guy?
Yeah.
Being able to kind of watch and see what the defense was doing?
Yeah. it was more so just fun seeing like the coach's point of view for me, like watching young guys mess up a coverage or something like that. It's like, dang, why are you doing that? It's just like we're standing next to Coach Rule, and he looks over like, yeah, you see what I'm saying now, right? I'm like, oh, okay, we got you. But just being able to, I feel like, watch the defense go on in fast pace, like from a coach's perspective, it helps you not only like understand the defense better, but like when we're out in the field, we can help different young guys with us. Like when we did the spring league like that, I feel like that was a great stepping stone we took as well. Just having like the young guys with the older guys, and the older guys having to constantly like, all right, we got to put all the young guys where we need them to be for the play. So just having an understanding for the game and seeing what they kind of have to go through, getting it from their point of view was kind of fun.
How have you seen Malcolm develop this offseason, kind of solidify his role in this defense and what that may look like for his second year?
Malcolm, I feel like, has always been one of those guys who are like always on top of everything. I feel like this offseason he didn't do anything besides what he always does, and that's work his butt off and try to be the best player of his version of himself every day. I didn't get to see a lot of when we were in different lifting groups, but from like a physical standpoint, Malcolm is one of the strongest, fastest, athletic people I've ever met in my life. So just seeing him, I don't know, grow mentally more so than anything, like over doing OTAs and stuff like that, seeing his football IQ more so than anything was more impressive to me than for the most part. Yeah.
This program has guys from all over the country, and it's, why do you think it's been able to avoid like mass exits in the portal and stuff? Like it feels like it blends together, and you guys are mostly stuck together.
Yeah. I feel like that's also a testament to the coaching staff, and we do we're around each other a lot, so you're not going to get closer with anybody or build a bond for anybody or even respect anybody if you're not constantly or even for the most part around them. Like I feel like we do a pretty good job of hanging out with each other outside of the facility and going around and doing stuff just around the town, hanging out just as guys. So I feel like as soon as a new person comes in or we get like a transfer or something, it's usually automatically like, all right, somebody's off rip hanging out with that guy, and everybody's always together. It's not really that usual that you'll see us like go weekends or long periods of time not hanging out with each other. And even like we're finna be in the dorms with each other for 10 days, not doing anything but walk into the stadium and back. So it's just we just have a lot of opportunities to build the brotherhood and establish the trust for each other that we want this year.
Sayer Wright's a recent example of a new guy. How have you seen him fit in and guys accept him?
I feel like he just fit right in. It doesn't really. It's kind of weird being in it than seeing it from the outside, because like when we get someone new, it's just like, all right, what's up, bro? And it's just like off. As soon as we meet, it's just from there. It's just good. But I don't know. It's more so just like the different personalities we have on this team. We have a lot of good guys on this team, and it's not really hard to take friendship and the trusted guys that we have on this team. So I would just say it's a testament to how the coaches put us around each other and just the people we have around.
The turnover margin has been discussed all across the offseason, but just on the defensive side of it all, how are you guys maybe attacking that mindset? Is there any goals you put out there?
Everything we do is to get the ball. Like as far as like turnover circuits, 7 on the emphasis is interceptions, punching the ball out. All of that is everything that we're focused on right now as a defense, I would say. We know what it's going to take to win, and we've set those goals within like our defense that we want for ourselves. But it should be a lot of fun this year. All the work that we're putting in and intentional details that we're working on to like force the ball over back to our offense, it should be a lot of fun this year.
And then how does like having guys like Ty and Isaac like forego potentially NFL opportunities to come back and play for another season? How does that really just inject the fuel into the defense as a whole?
Those are two guys that, you know, we would do anything for. You know, I'll run through a wall for those two guys, and, you know, honestly, I feel the same. Like, from the opposite side, I feel like they would do the same for me. But they work really hard, and the fact that they gave up such a great opportunity, you know, maybe a lifelong dream they've had to come back and, you know, play with us again, I feel like I take that really, really personal. And, you know, I'm going to do everything in my power to make sure that, you know, we all go out, everyone goes out how they want to go out. And, you know, just making sure that we hold everyone to the standard that those guys play at, you know, just making sure that everyone's on the same accord, so we don't let those guys down. It's more so the energy we have for them.
How much you looking forward to for this dorm time with the guys? Everyone's kind of been chatting about it, but good time to bond and get to know folks even to a deeper level. But how much you looking forward to that?
I'm ready for it. You know, it's always fun. Last year it was really fun. It's just kind of weird. The only issue I have is like the bed. A little twin size bed is kind of bad on the back, but outside of that, being with all the guys and just playing football for 10 days straight it's like a dream come true, honestly. You know, you don't really have to worry about anything. You don't got to worry about taking the trash out at home, cleaning up at the house or anything like that. You know, it's just all football and sleep and working out. So it's nothing better I could ask for personally.
Do you know your roommate yet?
Yeah, I should be rooming with. I think I'm rooming with my brother. Sad for him. Yeah.
Are you expecting that to go?
I mean, it should go. For me, it should go fine. You know, I'm gonna be kind of like a little disciplinary. All right, lights off at this time. Wake up, it's time to go. So he should get used to it real soon, though. So I'm not worried about it.
You know, Coach Rules kind of refrained from putting a number or expectation for this season, right? He said he didn't want to assume that you guys are going to lose in games. Just from the players' mentality, how are you guys maybe approaching expectations?
Honestly, for me, like, I never go into anything even thinking about losing. So, obviously, you know, we're just going to take it week by week. But going into a season, I don't feel like anybody, especially on our team, with how competitive these guys are that I'm around on a daily basis, I don't feel like anyone has any intentions of losing at all, you know, or even thinking about losing. Right now, we just worked all summer, worked all winter, about to go into this transition into the fall. I don't think anybody's about to put in the hours we're about to put in and the work that we're going to put in to even consider losing. So that would be my only answer to that one.
Thanks, Marques. Appreciate it. Good luck this year.
Thank you.
Appreciate it.